Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at some alts then, shall we? We're going to start with Bitcoin obviously because we need to look at that, but just to inform you, these are the ones we're going to look at now. We're going to look at Matic, BAT, we're going to look at StormX, and we're also going to look at Key, just for fun, because we traded it, but we didn't expect that. So what's going to happen next? And we're just going to have a look at that. Doesn't look like a great deal is going to happen to it next, but we'll finish on that one at the end. So let's have a look at Bitcoin then, just to go through it, just a bit of a rundown because we need to know where we are with Bitcoin to know where we are with the market, and then we'll look at dominance too. So Bitcoin first. So we're trending to the down here. It looks like we're curling over. The MACD is heading basically south. The RSI is making lower lows and lower highs. So basically, I mean, it's run up quite a while, and this is now a downtrend. So the last time we had a downtrend was in the 8,000s. So now we're having a downtrend during this time. Where is this likely to head, or what's the lowest I would expect it to head? Probably around 10,500. If that were to break, then yeah, we would be looking to fill that CME gap, which is actually almost exactly where, and pretty much I'd say exactly where two major trend lines are at the moment. We have this super trend line from the parabolic tops, super resistance 1, 2 and 3, and then when we broke above it we went crazy. If we came all the way down to there, I would expect that to be a support big time. Also we got the 200 exponential there, massive support that would be. If we came down to that level, that might be the ultimate buy signal, the ultimate long. But I'm not a financial advisor, this isn't financial advice. If we did come down to that level though, I would be going in pretty hard on that one, I would say, because that at this moment in time is super resistance. But that's a long way off. We're finding a significant bounce from the center of the Bollinger Band, so let's get in a little closer to see what's happening here. As it's a downtrend, what I'm expecting is that the Bollinger Band itself is going to play the biggest role here on the daily. So when you're above the center, you generally remain above the center. When you break down, you generally remain down. So now we're having a downtrend. I would expect these longs and shorts to be played out within this Bollinger Band area. You can see that we were riding it here. We bounce, then we bounce a couple of times. Then when we broke down, we get rejected, and close beneath, basically rejected. Massive close beneath, rejected there. And if we had the strength to get up this far, today it would be 11,720 before probably a probable rejection. The moving averages themselves on the daily chart look pretty good, and this should spark continuation regardless. It's going to be a long way off before this chart looks super bearish. At the moment it's still actually pretty bullish, even though we're going down a little bit. So I'm not overly concerned about this downtrend at the moment. I don't think it's going to reach down to the CME gap, but if it did, it would be a super opportunity to get back in and go long quite hard on that one. At the moment we're going to see how this curls over and see how far it can go. 10,500 is certainly an area of significance, because we had this mega wick down here where we bounced from there. If we did come down to there, I would expect a decent bounce, but if that did break down, then it would be this level, this descending trend line, this moving average here, so more or less the CME gap basically of around 9,600. But yeah, short term I still think we're going to be downtrending. Long term I don't think it's anything to worry about. I think this will all be over in a few weeks and we'll be back uptrending again. Let's have a look at the Bitcoin dominance, which is still very bearish on the daily, and also actually on every time frame. But I did look on the 4-hourly, and it looks as though it's trying to reclaim this green 50 exponential moving average, and it's had some degree of success, but it's still not really looking too great. If we were to reclaim that and stay above more or less the area that we are at right now, and it's got to be above 61.5%, then yeah, we might be talking about alts taking a hit, but and dominance increasing from that point forward. But the daily chart doesn't look like it really wants to do that. Yeah, we do have positive crosses on these areas down here, but we're still diverging big time. We're still in bearish territory on the MACD, so I still think that this will head back down to 60 and maybe below. If it goes below 60, then alts are going to have a great time. I'm telling you, it's going to be a great time for alts. The things that we saw with Key just yesterday makes me very excited, because I've got lots of these little diversifier coins that don't particularly have great short-term potential, but their charts are primed for a big move. I didn't expect Key to move like that, though, I have to say, and I got out after a 2x, so I doubled my money on that one. I could have 5x'd my money, but who would have known it would have done that? Not me. And in all fairness, it did that in the early hours of the morning. So I was very happy to see that happen, and I've put my money into some others. And if you want to know what they are, join my Telegram, and it's all free. Don't worry, it's free. Join my Telegram and we can talk about alts until bedtime. So let's have a look at some alts now then, shall we, while you got me on video. So we're looking at Matic now. So Matic, you know, we love Matic on this channel. I do anyway. We've been riding this up, this you can see this trend line here, all support all the way until we broke down beneath it and became resistance, and we were rejected. Then we reclaimed it and we went crazy, and we still are being supported above it. So I'm actually still bullish on Matic. I'm actually pretty bullish on it. Yes, we've got a MACD negative cross here, but we're still in bullish territory. It's actually not as droopy looking as some of these other alts, or Bitcoin for that matter. Moving averages all in a very nice place. In fact, I would argue that it's actually very bullish. We're above all major moving averages on this candle body that we are at right now. So despite coming all the way back down from this level to here, we've still got room to move. Now this blue box is a resistance box. We have to break above there to see some really big moves. That resistance box starts at 2.7 cent and ends at 2.9 cent. This is a massive big deal for Matic, and if you don't watch the channel, I'll just I'll show you the reasons why. We're rejected here, rejected here and here. We rejected here, and also on our very first parabolic move we were rejected on these levels here. So it's a big deal, this little blue box territory. It's not much, it's just simply a 0.2 of a cent area, but it means a lot to Matic to break above there and stay above there. If we get above there and support above there, which is not what happened here, we didn't actually get supported. This was just FOMOing really, but getting above there and being supported above there, you would actually see some really big moves from Matic. At the moment, I still don't think there's anything to worry about with this coin. So we're above this upwards trending level of support. We're battling our way to get above this resistance area, and actually I still like the look of this, to be honest, and I'll be holding this for quite a little while longer, because the battle is not over. In fact, the battle is almost won by the bulls, I'd say. And even if we do crash back down below here, I still think that the posture of all these moving averages are in such a decent position now that the buybacks would be pretty big. I don't see Matic coming down to the 2 cent level anytime soon. I think we're going to hold above this trend line, and if we do break down beneath this trend line, then yeah, we can talk bearish, but we're not doing that at the moment. Despite this downtrend, it's actually looking pretty good. Let's move to BAT then, shall we? Another beauty of a coin that I've been holding, and I sold some, and I went into what did I put my profits into? Algo, and I sold those, and now I'm back in BAT again because I do believe in this one. And this one, look at this chart, very different to all the others. Moving averages, perfect spread, above all major moving averages. The MACD hasn't made a bearish cross, so it's actually still pretty bullish on this one. There's nothing much to say other than I think we're going to be retesting these highs at some point soon. This is different to all the other alts, because when you look at all the other alts and Bitcoin as well, we're beneath the center of the Bollinger Band. We're above the center of the Bollinger Band here, so the chances of remaining above are quite high. All the moving averages are very, very nice and neat and diverging perfectly away from each other, and we've got that MACD is still in positive territory with no negative cross on it. So this is looking pretty good, and getting a small rejection here from what looks like on the 10 simple, but I wouldn't worry so much about that. I think this coin has got plenty more room to move even within this downtrending area. I think this is going to be a decent one to hold on to for the time being. Don't see a problem with this. And that's really all I've got to say about it. If you're holding BAT, then just keep holding, I would say. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not advising you financially. Don't do what I'm telling you to do, because I'm not telling you to do anything. But I'm holding it, and I'm going to keep holding it, because this chart looks good to me. This chart looks like it's hungry for more, maybe even getting up to around about 45 cent or beyond. StormX, a secret little dirty pleasure that maybe I'm a little too over invested in, but I do like it. I still think that this has got some decent moves to be made on it. It's a very early chart with some pump and dump mechanisms going on here. It came down a little further than I thought it was going to do, but brought it back up again around this level. It's a very early chart, so you can't really go about charting this accurately, really, because it's so small. But basically, there's been an uptrend since we hit these bottoms down here. Let's go to a smaller time frame, see if there's anything we can work out on this one here. So when it comes to moving averages on the 4 hourly, we basically have been in a golden cross territory. However, we're below and being rejected from the 3 and 50 exponential moving average, which isn't a great thing, in all fairness. That's not good. But we're above the 200 exponential. We are actually now forming a positive cross on the MACD on the 4 hourly, so I still think this has got room to move to the up. So I'm quite happy to hold on to this one. A nice little buy that I made earlier on today, and I'll be looking for this one to do a decent run. I'll be holding this one hopefully for a reasonably long period of time, because I think this is going to be one of those similar to that of Key, where it does do one day out of nowhere, it's going to do a really big run. And if you want to join my Telegram, I know I've been going on about it. I have a few others that I can talk to you about on there. I'm not telling them they're going to do them immediately, but they will likely do them. We're talking 2, 3, 4x's very quick, small cap coins on Binance as well, not all these little Probit ones that I talk about on my Shitcoin Daily channel. Anyway, so that's looking quite good, and I like the look of it, and I will be waiting for this one to play out. Not the best one on here, not as good as BAT, for instance, but potential there. Potential. The volume is terribly low, though, I should say, which in itself is a bit of a warning sign. However, I'm not too bothered, because when you get in at a low price, the volume will come in, and I don't think that the volume will die off on StormX. Let's look at Key then, just for a laugh. So, I knew that this was going to move. I didn't think it was going to do this. I thought I'd be looking to maybe do a 50%, but instead we ended up seeing it do basically what was it, a 450%. It's going to come down, I think, at this point now. We can't really chart it out at this level, but this is just an example for those of you who want to join my Telegram to find out what I'm trading and where my money is. Because this, I said maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago, this is one of my holdings, and now look at it. You know, that's a really good return. I mean, it could have been a lot better, but it's a 100% return in 3 weeks. You can't go wrong with that. So like I say, I think it's going to come down now. It's not really a tradable coin at this level. You can't really trade something that looks like this. But it's put it on the map, and we can keep looking at it now if you like. Anyway, join the channel, the Telegram that is. Join me on Twitter, and I hope you have a nice evening. Thanks for watching.